So, hello everyone. Welcome back to GraceNicoleMyths Astrology and Tarot. This is going to be super quick because I'm at work, but I'm getting intuitive downloads. So, I popped into each of the signs' energies and started writing it down. For Aries, I was shown a purple rose, someone who is meek or shy at first. That kind of energy. I saw a crown and I was told they see right through you. So, Aryan energy, the purple rose is symbolic of divine love. With the crown, this is a royal energy, so whoever this person is that portrays themselves as meek or shy is a divine powerhouse. Just know that. And they're probably in your highest good for the long term if you can respect them for the kind of soul royalty that they are. For Taurus, I was shown a field of grass and definitely heard the grass is greener on the other side. I also saw a for sale sign, so it may be time for you to move. Okay. For Gemini, I saw a snake and coins pouring out of a hole in the bottom of a bag, and someone like shadows talking behind your back. I feel like either you have someone who is a snake in your reality who will say a lot of, what you want to hear to you, or talk badly about someone that you care about to you because they're interested in you for themselves, or they're talking bad about you to someone that cares about you in order to separate you or wedge you from that person. And yet talking really nice to your face. So either way, I feel like you have someone who's trying to wedge you and someone else apart for their own gain. You may also feel like you're low on money, and it's probably because you're investing in the wrong things. Alright, like even though maybe something is a priority, maybe the way you're going about spending your money on that is the wrong way. For example, maybe your priority is your family, and so you're spending a lot of money on the weekends doing family things, when really what you need to be spending on for your family is, like a house or something, you know what I mean? Like something different. Like the family is the right investment, but maybe the way you're doing it is the wrong way. As an example, right? It doesn't have to be family, but I also feel like with the coins pouring out of a hole in the bag, someone may be looking at you that way. Someone may be looking at you that way. This snake might feel like you owe them for all that they're doing for you. Like whatever you're doing is not enough. And you owe them for all that they're pouring. So just be aware. You have someone in your reality who is acting like everything is okay, but they're secretly they're not actually on your side or in alignment with your highest good. I feel like this person is manipulative. Okay, so just be aware, Gem. Cancer, I was shown the beach at night. I was shown the waves and the moonlight. And the tide was coming in. It's definitely coming in. I was shown a really huge conch and glittering sand. So I'm feeling, Cancer, that you don't necessarily see it coming. But with the tide coming in and all the glittering sands and the conch, I do feel like something's coming in that you don't see or anticipate. The fact that the sand was glittering, and it was glittering not just like shimmering like wet sand, but like glittered with like what I would consider jewels or gemstones, right? Like treasure washed up on the beach. Um, you may not realize that what you're manifesting or what is coming in, like I definitely kept hearing that the tides are coming in, and they're coming in strong, like the waves were strong. You could hear it and sense it coming. And you're probably going to get some kind of communication that relays this sensing to you and confirms it for you. So just be aware of that, Cancer. You're probably manifesting some really awesome success financially, and or getting what is a treasured opportunity. Okay, if it's not outright financially lucrative, then it is a rare treasured opportunity that I feel like is coming in for you. Leo, I saw what was essentially a really long meadow, okay, and I felt like there's a ways to go, like a long ways to go, but the path itself is easy and beautiful to experience, right? Like the warmth, I just kept feeling the warmth of the sun, right? And so I think that even though between A and B, wherever you're trying to end up, right, whatever your goal is or whatever you're looking for, I think the way is long, but the way is in fact easy and beautiful to experience. So I feel like it's going to give you, by the time it's all said and done, a very positive outlook on life, that you would be able to go through a period of time without storms. You know what I mean? Without dealing with storms. I think you're going to have a good stretch of sunshine, okay? For Virgo, I saw a spider web, and I saw that you were actually caught in the web, that the spider was spinning you around in the silk and making a meal of you for later. I just kept getting this the spider was territorial and venomous, and it was I feel as if someone may have caught you in a lie, or vice versa. You know, maybe you caught someone else in a lie, but I definitely did feel like you were the one caught, Virgo. So, and it was probably heard through the web of people, but you know how people just kind of know the truth when they hear it? I think that you've been caught, and that someone is very well aware that you're caught, but they're not showing their hand. I think they're going to save it. I think they're going to save it for later, and I feel like they're going to just suck the life out of you for it. Okay. This person definitely, the spider's definitely venomous and definitely territorial. They are not going to let anybody else fuck you over but them, kind of thing. Like, they're going to do it their way when they want to do it. Someone is not, I just got that strong vibe, like someone is not fucking happy with you. And this, take it for a grain of salt, Virgos. It might not be for all Virgos, but whatever Virgos I tuned into, that was definitely the fucking message that I got, and I got it clear as day. Like, we're talking like We're talking like some Black Widow shit. If you are not the spider, then you're not going to see it coming. You're not going to see it coming, and spider's going to put you in the fucking ground, you know what I mean? Like, for whatever you did. So, sorry, Virgos. I wish I had seen better stuff. That's just what I caught. Okay. Just be aware. The truth, you're better off with the truth. Okay. Lies never end well. Like, and if you lied to anybody or were keeping secrets or anything like that, like, if you haven't learned the lesson yet, that lies are fucking awful to the experience, you're better off just admitting the fucking truth in a very self-preserving way. Like, you can tell the truth to somebody over the phone. You don't have to do it in person. You know what I mean? You can leave, move out, leave a letter. You know, like, don't put yourself in harm's way if the truth is this kind of bad, but definitely learn to be truthful, honest, and transparent, because lies, they will pull the rug out from under you. Okay. Libra. I saw super thick clouds, like a spiritual fog, like you don't know where you're going, or you're having like a malfunctioning compass. Like, I saw a compass that was just spinning, right? The needle was just spinning, and I got this vibration or feeling of no man's land. Like, make sure if your spiritual compass please don't let your spiritual compass be offline. Okay? Like, I know that we want to be there for everybody and we want to do right for everybody else and make sure that everybody is happy, but we really do have to include ourselves in that, which means we do have to have a moral compass, and that moral compass has to be in alignment with spirit. Okay, it's great if anybody can make excuses for why they're choosing what they're choosing, but at the end of the day, it's either a fuck yeah or it's a fuck no. It's either in alignment with your soul or it's not. And your soul is in fact a part of the greater soul, the one soul. So, like, you don't have a soul all to your own type thing. You know what I mean? We all have the same soul compass. And if you haven't been in touch with it for a while, you might want to fix it so that you're not manifesting things that you don't want to manifest. Because if you're doing things because you feel bad for people, you're going to manifest an experience in which you yourself feel bad. You understand? If you are in a reality where you're doing something because you feel guilty, you're going to do things that you are guilty for, and it's no one's fault but your own. Like, you can't make excuses that justify what you're doing. You can't. The manifestation only reads the fact that you're guilty. Like, spirit, like attracts like, everything is a vibration, universal law. Like, it's no joke, guys. You know, if you're not acting from a place of gratitude, if you're not acting from a place of joy, if you're not acting from a place of nurturance and compassion for the self, like, if you're not taking into consideration your own vibration and you're acting from lower vibrations, you're going to manifest a lower experience. If you feel like you're in a fog and you don't know where you're going, it's because your spiritual compass is malfunctioning and you need to get it in check so that the fog clears, so that you know where you're going. Get back in touch with your discernment. Figure out why you're making choices. And readjust. Readjust accordingly. We do not do things out of guilt. We do not do things because we pity or we feel bad. We do not do things because we are afraid. Or someone else might do this. They might be at risk of this. Yeah, I can't leave them depressed like that. Like, yes, the fuck you can. Every single soul who has their own journey, you are not supposed to get wrapped up in someone else's karma. You are not to get wrapped up in someone else's healing. You have to stay on spiritual point with yourself, otherwise you're going to get lost in the fucking fog and end up in no man's land. What's no man's land? No man's land is where you get fucking shot from out of nowhere, okay? So don't do that. Okay, stay in alignment, fix your fucking compass so you know where the fuck you're going. Especially if you're in the fog and you can't fucking see or sense. At the very fucking least, you can bank on your feelings. If you're doing something from an alignment that doesn't feel good, you're only going to manifest more of that feeling. Okay? For Scorpio, I saw bats like sonar. And I saw a candle in the hollow and pitch black navigating. I could not help but feel, Scorpio, that you are hunting demons. Okay? I could not help but feel like you are hunting demons. So I feel as if you see someone's light in the dark, but their light is coming from a hollowed place where they feel like their light is a joke, and it's acting as a lure. It's almost like their light or their potential is acting like a lure to bring you close to it, right? To investigate the light, to want to see more of that light, right? As you're navigating through the darkness. But it's just like bait. It's like bait. And the demons inside this person know that that little light is shining in there in the hollow, and it's going to draw your attention, and you're going to investigate the potential light that's there. And they're going to jump you, the demons of this person. It's like getting bombarded with their demons. Someone is using their potential as bait, whether they realize it or not. It's just bait for their demons to lure you in so that they can use you, take your life force energy, whatever the fuck that they would run you for. This person's demons, I feel like this person or whoever it is that you're dealing with that you see the potential of, I think you have to let them go. I think you have to let them go. Like that little light of theirs, they have to let it shine for themselves. It's not for you to start a fire with and to light up the dark. Like, that's their job. So if you are seeing the potential in someone, understand right now, if you're seeing that potential, it's because it's just a lure. It's just a lure. And their demons would eat you alive. It's kind of like that what is it, the angler fish in the fucking depths of the ocean has that little teeny light that lures its prey and then it fucking eats it. Like, it's that kind of energy. I feel like you're hunting demons, but I feel like you feel you're hunting demons, and what you don't realize is the demons are hunting you. Okay, so just stay the fuck aware of your surroundings. Alright? And the people that you're attempting to help. Like, if you're going to go investigate their light, be very well prepared for the fact that their demons are going to come out and try and tear you apart and distract you and take your energy, right? Your energy currency. Just be aware of it, Scorp. For Sagittarius, I saw an old school analog phone, a calendar, and when I pried with spirit what's on the calendar, I couldn't see the actual date, but I saw a 4-leaf clover on the calendar on a specific square, right, indicative of a certain day. So I feel like there's definitely going to be a lucky day coming up, or a day worth marking, right? Because the four-leaf clover was on the calendar. I also saw like chart stats like on the rise. So your energy, your vibration, right, might be rising right now, because it kind of looked like, you know, those line charts where you see the line going up and then it's jagged and it goes up and up and up. Like, that's, I saw that kind of rising on the chart. So I feel like your energy, like if that's your energy, then your energy is rising. With the old analog phone, those of you youngins don't have any clue what an analog phone is. You can Google it. You'll surprise yourself. Yeah, phones used to look like that. But I feel like you may need to contact someone from your past, and not someone that you met after analog phones went completely extinct. I think this is someone that you would have known when analog phones still existed and were being made, even if, you know, like cordless and things were coming out then, like you could still buy an analog phone. I think this is someone that you may have met like 90s, early 2000s or before. You wouldn't have met them. You wouldn't have met them after like the early 2000s, like 2004, 2005 would be like the limit. You might need to contact someone that you've been away from, that you've known since, you know, pre 2005, you know, like pre 2005. And definitely mark an important, like there's going to be an important date on your calendar. Okay. And it's going to be a very, very, very good day. A very good day. Capricorn. Capricorn, I felt very distracted energy. I felt like you were having a hard time focusing. I think you wanted to try and think about everything else besides what you're actually upset about, and I feel like there's a missing piece. I was seeing puzzle pieces pulled apart and missing pieces. I think that you're just kind of in go mode and doing to distract yourself, like getting this done to distract yourself, doing that to distract yourself, keeping busy to distract yourself, when really all you want to do is not get out of bed. I feel like there is a piece missing, a very important piece missing in whatever your reality is. And I was shown like a scarf wrapped around the neck, which I definitely read as a covered throat chakra. So I feel like you have a lot to say and aren't saying it, or feel like you can't say it. Okay, one or the other. In which case, you should probably open up your throat chakra and just accept the truth that something's missing, and that something that's missing, you're running on a hardcore autopilot and distracting yourself, because the reality is, if you were to sit with your energy and actually be honest with yourself, I think you'd be rather depressed, okay, at whatever is missing. And I wouldn't get so distracted with your everyday stuff that you miss that piece altogether, right? Possibly being able to find it or retrieve it and bringing it back into the puzzle. Okay. Take that how it resonates, Capricorn. I think you need to actually get real with yourself and have some self time with self conversations, and maybe put the distractions aside for a minute, because those conversations with self are important. Okay, for Aquarius, I got really super flighty energy. I was seeing seagulls, and I kept feeling scavenger energy, but nothing worth scavenging. Like the seagulls were on a pretty much, they were on a bare beach with just like little bits of broken empty shells, like they've all been picked over. I feel as if Aquarius, that you're feeling it. I think you're feeling as if you're striking out. Like there's nothing worth it. Like if you've been looking around trying to see, you know, if there was anything or anyone who was worth giving your time or attention to, I think you're realizing that it's all a bunch of fucking nothing. There's nothing of substance. Maybe it's all surface. Maybe it's all superficial. Maybe there's no nourishment there. Like the people in your life aren't, or the people that you're looking at or getting, or in connection with, like there's no actual substance. There's no actual substance there. Like no one actually cares. Like it's just a bunch of junk. It's just a bunch of junk. Like junk energy, junk people. Like there's nothing and no one there that's like food for the soul. You know what I mean? Nothing and no one is really there for you right now. And I think you might be really feeling that. And I think it's making you feel really scattered. And you gotta be aware or conscious of the fact that being in this type of energetic environment, putting yourself in this energetic environment, can put you in a state of desperation where you will take anything. Okay? And sometimes what you take or what you're scavenging because there's nothing else is trash or poison. You know, or it's toxic, it's rotten. You know what I mean? So just don't be so starved for nourishment or nurturance or attention that you will take anything, because you will regret it. Please do not be desperate. Choose to shift environments. Get out of whatever it is that you're in, whether you're locked in a social media web world of Twitch and streaming and Twitter and TikTok and Snapchat, whatever the fuck social media is out there, and just around a bunch of fucking names with no energetic backbone behind them. You know what I mean? Or maybe you need to get out of the place that you're living and just be in a different environment where there's more nourishment. You know what I mean? Like you need to separate yourself from all of these junk, empty energies, because they're going to leave you really desperate and starved for attention and nurturance, and you're not going to manifest anything good from that vibration. Trust me. You will find someone toxic or trash or poison, and they'll just don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay? Get out. Get out of whatever it is you're in. Do not be fucking desperate. Do not be fucking desperate. Choose to grow and shift and change and move. Just please. Pisces. Pisces probably had the most interesting visual that I got. Pisces had the red thread and the golden thread twisting on each other. Now, the golden thread is like the thread of the fates, right? Which is our lifetime. And the red thread in Japanese myth is the cord that connects twin souls or fated souls, right? Divine counterparts. It's the cord that cannot be cut. And what I saw with this red and golden thread twisting on each other, they were twisting on each other in the darkness, like a night sky, like a black sky with no stars. And this large, I felt like the spirit was large, like gargantuanly large, came out of the darkness, and just like pieces of his face was showing. It was this large entity in the dark with these huge lidless eyes, and I just kept feeling like it was chaos. Like if chaos had a face, it was the face of chaos. It had these huge lidless eyes, and it looked like something Tim Burton would think up. But this spirit came out and cut the golden thread short and then dipped back into the shadow. And the red thread just continued on by itself, not twisting on anything. And then out of nowhere, a new golden thread came from the dark, like further down the way. A new golden thread came through the dark and started entwining with the red thread again. So, Pisces, if you feel as if your life is coming to a close in general, maybe you have medical issues, health issues, maybe you're just much older, or someone you know, their life is at the end of their cycle, right? Maybe they're just old or have health issues, right? Please know that those we are connected to deep in soul. The body is just a temporary vehicle of learning for the soul, and that golden thread gets cut and new ones get added, and they get cut and new ones get added, but the red thread is forever going. The red thread does not get cut. It's kind of impossible to cut it. So please keep in mind that whenever you do want to get in touch with someone, if they have passed away, just kind of tune into that red thread that connects you to them, or that connects them to the greater web of things, because all red threads are connected in the end, like a web. So you can tune into their vibration wherever they are as a soul, in this body or out of this body. Know that they will always end up receiving another body and are able to come back here and live another experience, and you with them. So you might also be joining someone who passed away, if that's the case, if you do feel like your life for whatever reason is coming to an end. If you feel like you're leaving your red thread person behind, like, it's okay, you'll catch up with them in the next life. Okay. I know that was like super dark and heavy. I didn't want to end it like that, but what the fuck, Spirit shows me what it shows me. I'm just a fucking medium. I'm just an intuitive medium. I tune in, I get messages, I give messages, and that is what I do. Alright, I love you all, and stay positive. I hope these intuitive pings serve you well. Peace out.